Ara Ara mama. Ara Ara mama. Ara Ara mama.
Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Dai-chan here. Today, we've got another exciting batch of, you guessed it, 69 fresh Fate memes. As usual, I give credit whenever I find a source, but a lot of submissions I get through my Discord don't have watermarks. If you find one of your memes here, please let us know in the comments so we can celebrate your creativity. With that out of the way, let's dive in. What is projection? Something like this. Creates a lovely hippogriff. Oh no! Get on my level. Seems Emiya's a bit salty. Hey now, not everyone's gonna have that same sword fetish. Case in point. Hey, are you listening? Yeah. Imagine him having to choose between swords or girls. What will it be, Shiro? The bone or the sword? The archer class really is made up of archers. Well, yes, but actually no. Only 40% of archers actually use a bow, about 20% use guns, and then we have a plethora of other means. There are siege weapons, ice magic, horses, hacky sacks, paintballs, crossbows, chakram, dolphins, cannons, mystic eyes, cosmic sheep, super soakers, lightning, slings, and of course, throwing swords as projectiles. Heroic spirits have their strengths and weaknesses, just like servant classes do. For me, it's gold archers and blue lancers. Just keep them off my team, would you? Meanwhile, Lancer Artoria is pouting. Oh, it's okay, Tiditoria. I really doubt he was talking about you, and instead referring to a certain Celtic doggo. Caster Uncloaked. Don't you just want to take her home with you? Yes! Medea's hooded robe was a huge disservice, hiding such a wonderful woman. It really adds to that stigma against witches, which she doesn't deserve. She just wants to be a caring wife with a saber fetish. Who could fault that? Hey Medea, have you ever considered using your Lily version as a dress-up model? That's a great idea. Let me go get Rule Breaker. I can't have Master summoning her away while I'm using her. Don't you dare! Luckily, adult Medea is pretty enough that she could just dress herself up, though I can see why that wouldn't be the same. Genshin Impact, striking hard into the RPG world. Whoa, what a game! Anyways, have you seen this new Medusa craft essence on JP? It's wholesome as fuck! Yes, Fate is a pretty safe fandom to get into. It doesn't have a lot of drama, aside from some gender controversy and the gacha. But they do a good job hyping fans, even with a game that's really outdated in terms of animated visuals. Point of view, you're being NP'd by Songzong. I usually hate when anime characters try this whole rapid punch thing, but for Songzong, I'll make an exception. Oh, speaking of Fate drama, One Piece fans discussing whether Yamato is a man or a woman. Meanwhile, Fate fans are all first time. Perhaps we should all be like Kokuto, loving Shiki regardless of her gender. As long as Mordred and Astolfo's designs stay the same, I think my feelings would too. Type Moon then versus Type Moon now. Let's see. Shiro went Choco, Artoria got a boob job, Rin stripped down and started flying, and Sakura became an online troll. The question is, what would they say to each other at a reunion? Apparently, FGO added a delete account option to JP. No, I don't want that. I want to play FGO for the rest of my life. Part of me thinks this is a stupid feature, considering those servers won't be around forever, and you never know when you might want to start up again. That said, I've heard people can use this sort of thing when they find themselves addicted to a game. I guess we'll just have to practice some restraint. Nightingale, for the guy that keeps yelling at us from the balcony. The song is called We Hate You, Please Die. Shiki's all, sweet, love this one. Half of the charm of this meme is seeing Nightingale using Callie's body. She really should use that outfit more often. What a party in Ritsuka's room looks like. There's so much to unpack here. Let's see. There's Gudako, basking in the quartz. Leonidas having some sort of mental breakdown. Ishtar condemned to a box for being useless. Quetzalcoatl joyfully being just a few centimeters from NSFW content, Roman praying for dear life, and Da Vinci excitedly hosting the whole thing. Oh yeah, and a sad memorial to Olga. There's no end to the jokes we can make about how servants in Chaldea interact. For instance, what would happen if you gather Penthesilea and Achilles in the same room? First, let me say this. Should Achilles be here, bring him out. If you are hiding him from me, I will kill you. Uh-oh. Looks like one of you has to chill in Second Archive. For this one, I feel Achilles should have known what he was getting into. Unlike Bezos, Amazonas' CEO actually does some of the grunt work herself. Zerkalot,
using my Knight of Owner skill, I can turn anything into a weapon, even this rifle.
Isn't a rifle already a weapon? I mean, yeah, a bludgeon certainly counts, but then again, so does a pencil. This overly muscled body must be unpleasant for men to look at. What Takeuchi considers muscular versus what we imagine when she says that. Yeah, I've never understood the writing behind that part. I'm glad Artoria isn't this buff in official design, but I can still appreciate this lovely art. When a noble phantasm comes at you, and you think you're ready for it, but then it strikes your only support. Wild how that confidence evaporates in an instant. Hello, Ritsuka. Doc Ock has transcended not only just his own universe, but to an entirely different franchise. Fate Grand Order hands out holy grails like candy on Halloween. This is a grave humiliation to all the servants who fought to the bitter end just to get their hands on one of them. I really do wish that FGO would have contextualized the grails better than it does, at least in relation to the story. How exactly did Getia make those things, and where do they keep coming from? Uh-oh, I can't see! How do you expect me to fight like this? Hey, if 2B and 9S can pull it off, so can servants. Imagine one of them lighting themselves up on walls or corners before attacking you. Maybe it's like a tinted windshield. Gen Udobuchi, the author of Fate Zero. When he really looks at Artoria, all he sees is a punching bag. To be fair, he also gave her a bitchin' motorcycle. Gordolf, please let this be a normal mission. Meanwhile, it's Highway to Hell, Gouda Gouda style. I don't know if any Fate chapter can be considered normal. Too bad, Gordy. Maybe the next Lost Belt will be if drift racing conquered the planet. Paris, the Trojan archer turned Shota, happens to possess the Brynhilder's beloved skill, despite being a child. Apollo, that's her right there, officer. That's not fair to our sweet Valkyrie. After all, Apollo was the one who decided Paris was best as a young shepherd. Not all love is lustful, but I don't trust that ram as far as I could throw him. How we wish Gotcha worked.
Here's 3 Saint Quartz, 1 SSR please.
Never abandon your dreams, but it also doesn't hurt to have reasonable expectations. After all, things get even worse when the servant you want isn't even in the mobile game. From what I hear, people are starting to get their hands on a leaked build of the arcade game. We'll be seeing those awesome models in VR chat and such pretty soon. When players roll and didn't get a servant they wanted. But tomorrow, the game's gonna give them free quartz as a login bonus. Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Doesn't that sound like an abusive, toxic relationship? Yes it is. But at least we can always archive those PNGs, right? You have been visited by the smug Emperor Nero. Type and roll for great success in Gotcha. As much as I want to believe in this, I'm also inclined to say, rate up is a lie. Oh boy, Gotcha versus NFTs. Both use speculative currency, where you don't really own anything because servers aren't immortal. They both exploit gambling addictions, even though the art is totally free to find and download. Yet, we love the content for Gotcha games, while hating NFTs. Let's get this straight. Nobody actually likes Gotcha. Its only merit is making games free to play. You can make NFT waifu too, but that's basically the same thing we already have, but with extra steps. Hell, even the idea of reselling your digital goods is something you can do without a blockchain. Mordred, more dread, Moedred, more cat, more drip, and more dad. You know, for as smoking hot as Mordred is, I wouldn't mind giving her pets either. Happy tomboy is best tomboy. Too bad Artoria doesn't understand that. World's greatest #1 deadbeat dad. All things considered, she doesn't seem remorseful in the slightest. When you discover that there's way more lewd art of your waifu than wholesome art, stay fucked! LMAO. Dude, they make Mordred look like a twisted little gremlin here. To be fair, if she's really your waifu, you'll be saving both types of art. Unless it's cursed like this. This actually reminds me of an old astronomy book I read as a kid. It had the constellation Virgo depicted artistically, and I always thought she had 3 breasts, until noticing that the third tit was actually just a shoulder. Diving deeper into cursed territory, we've got the forbidden route of Fate Stay Night. Yorokobe Shonen.
Ooh.
No, Koyanskaya, no! What have they done to you? Even Beryl Guts like, dude, what the hell? Sadly, it seems we either have Big Chungus Fox waifu or the actual birth of Neko arc. Her stare just screams.
You thought I was over, didn't you? This is only the beginning.
Nasu to the English language, a spontaneous, irrational, violent disdain. Sounds about right. This is always the kind of meme I hope becomes irrelevant. Ew! Archwade Pieces tier list. Why is one leg ranked higher than the other? And are those smaller pieces supposed to be ears or fingers? I can't even tell. Kohaku and Hisui when they finally got paid. And there was much rejoicing. Good to see CL getting April Fool's art, even when she's not a servant yet. I guess you could say the burial agency is kinda like a gang. Like the Yakuza, it has a sense of honor to its wickedness. How it feels to get a Nasu-verse lore dump. All hail the Hypnoshiki! Seriously, this is me half the time when I read a Lost Belt without prep work. Okay, I am deeply offended by this. I don't get offended very often, but this'll do just fine. Seductively takes off my glasses. Wow, you're fucking blurry. No wonder she didn't want to take them off in the tea ceremony room. She must use mystic contacts for battle. Tono-kun just told me my tweets about the true ancestors are too cruel and they make his girlfriend feel bad. Archwade, if you're reading this, I'm sorry. I genuinely did not think you could read. This might as well be canon as far as I'm concerned. This one too. Shiki? Look at this pic, vampire. Let's just call this revenge for when she shared CL's happy endings. CL haters after the 7th Holy Scripture transforms into a strap-on. Wait, are you saying that would win them over? You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. Well, the scripture says nothing about a woman lying with a male as a male would lie with a woman. In other words, pussy itself isn't a sin. What are CL and Archwade's views on No Nut November? Masturbation is a sin, and you should abstain from the act until after you are united in holy marriage. Versus, why would you go an entire month without eating nuts? I've heard it's important to have a healthy diet. Archwade is absolutely right. Don't forget to take your vitamin D. Sonic Unleashed, huh? I thought vampires fought werewolves. Anyway, the real question is, which of these two is the more ravenous side? Oh, I guess that answers it.
Go, do a crime!
Neko arc must be stopped!
I'll have you know, my ass isn't the slightest bit fat. It's petite, thank you very much.
Ah yes, when you've got that slim, ideal figure, but also have junk in the trunk. She's just being modest. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition! Oh, hell yeah! Dude, I need someone to remake that video with Nito Crease. That would be the sexiest thing on the planet. There are 2 kinds of people who play Lotto events. Finally, QP hell is over! Versus, time to tap some titties. It's like a double-edged sword. On one end, it covers up the artwork, but on the other, it lets you interact with the art. Worth it. Clearly, Lancelot knows what's up. There's literally nothing wrong with either choice, but in his case, both lead to a pummeling. You have to read this one vertically. If Hakuno touches the Emperor's booty, she rejoices. If Shiro touches the King's booty, she embarrassingly accepts the proposal at a later time. I can't tell if she's being modest or unable to put aside food for some hanky-panky. Maybe Shiro just needs some chocolate sauce or whipped cream, if you know what I mean. Did you know Jeanne d'Arc chased away prostitutes that tried to find work in the soldier encampments? Begone, thought! I'm not sure if that was out of hatred for prostitution, or that she needed her soldiers to focus on the damn war. Either way, it's a funny image. Impossible! Why is this man not turning into stone? I'm already rock hard, baby. I know this is low-hanging fruit, but that doesn't make it any less true. When Shiro goes for the harem route, all things considered, it seems like everyone's happy. May I go over there, Shiro? Yeah. I noticed for the first time how her small toes look beautiful. Looks like that Doge is cruising for a bonkin, but he's not wrong. I'm not even a feet person. While Saber Artoria is the delicate type, it seems our casino bunny is rather forward. Allow me to show you what it means to be an attractive and mature adult. A single sentence can spark 1,000 dojins. To reiterate though, just because base Artoria isn't stacked, that doesn't mean she isn't an adult. My name is Miyamoto Musashi. I am a Japanese swordsman, philosopher, writer, ronin, and most importantly, a big titty Westaboo anime girl. Yahoo! Yay! So sexy! Musashi Miyamoto! It's not gay if it's clay. Police won't look if she's a book. If she's an elf, she can't be 12? Hang on a sec. First, that doesn't even rhyme. And second, who on earth said Lily was 12? When an actual female cosplays a trap character. Where banana? Unless it's like an OnlyFans or something, how would you even know? Go to an anime convention, see an Astolfo cosplayer, is actually a woman. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I don't know. There's a reason he's an anime character voiced by other women. That kind of androgyny isn't very common. See? You've got to have the right genetics for it. You don't just shave your beard and suddenly poof, femboy! Admittedly, this would be a better world if we could customize ourselves like that. Well, aside from criminals using it to hide their identity and all. I looked forward in time. I saw 14,605 futures. And how many do I maintain my heterosexuality? None. To be fair, being attracted to a guy for how feminine they are isn't the gayest perspective out there. Then again, most Astolfo dojins are yaoi. Seems both memes and dojins make him out to be cute and submissive, whereas in actual lore, he's a ladies' man. There happens to be one dojin series where Astolfo takes the lead as the Chad from Legend. Lol, your dick is cute. No, you can't just insult my masculinity like that. It's demeaning. You're ugly and you disgust me. Versus, lol, your dick is cute. Thanks, King. Yours too. I didn't know people casually complimented their junk like that. If you read Reddit a lot, you'd know men desperately want more compliments. Pretty sure if most men were told their dick looked cute, they'd put a little bow tie on it, perhaps even a little hat. And last up, when you realize that the number of Astolfo dojins vastly outnumbers the amount of Quetzalcoatl ones. This planet was a mistake. Damn! If Ketz actually looked like that in her dojins, I think we'd have more. You could just lick that washboard. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, please comment if you happen to make any of these great memes. Otherwise, I want to hear which ones were your favorites in the comments below.
Before we go ahead and roll the credits, I want to give a special shout out to all my $10 supporters. Video Gamer 75, Stephen Elak, Samuel Gersten, Otaku Mom, Jens Bauman, Mystic Samurai 1983, Freebrick, RNG or Shuffles 1498, Alexis Yukio Gomez Yamato, Johnny Tsunami, Bricken, Happy, Sakura-chan, Caitlin P, Vladimir Rovna, and SF Giants fan Mike. Thank you all so much. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoy this channel, help us grow by liking, commenting, sharing the video, subscribing to OtakuDaiKun, and
most of all, smashing that notification bell so you don't miss out on all of our anime discussion, lore, or Let's Play content.
You can support us directly through Patreon, Subscribestar, or our YouTube membership, all of which come with benefits like exclusive vids and early access.
As always,
Celebrate your fandom!